is Cruikshank, Harrington, Maven, Lyons, Longbottom, Blake, Coleman, the forwards of Andrews, Ellison, Roberts, Davidson, Bannick and Hosking, and the coach, George Piggins.
Well, Neil Baker is fullback. McIndoe, Izzard, Bradley and Simons on the wing. Mortimer is there. So is Greg Clements at halfback. And the lock forward tonight will be Colin van der Voort, Cartwright and Connor in the second row, and a very strong-looking front row, Matt Goodwin, Royce Simmons and Peter Kelly. And we're set for a start here at the Parramatta Stadium between Souths and Penrith country. McCallum blows time on and we're underway with this Panasonic match coming to you from the Parramatta Stadium.
Straight across to Clements. Bradley went without it. The kick into the in goal. Is it a good one? Here comes McIndoe. The bounce is perfect again. That's a real thinking rugby league try from Penrith. Excellent thoughts out wide.
Beautiful stuff from Chris Mortimer, who I believe has been one of the greatest buys that this club's ever made. He's a thinking man's footballer. Watch him put this little kick in there. Little left footer. A little tiny grubber kick just trickling along the ground. And there's one of the fastest men going around Longbottom, but he's met his match in McIndoe, who's really a speed machine, no question about it. The good cutout pass here by Clements. Let Bradley come on the burst, took the pass, got it to Mortimer, got that little grubber kick through. Look at McIndoe go. He knows he's got a real chance, and the bounce is absolutely beautiful. Oh, yes.
Neil Baker from right on touch. Hit it absolutely perfect. The icing on the cake for Penrith from way out on touch. The Panthers 6-0 over Souths.
Both sides are looking for some ball movement. And, Souths in the past have had success because they've been able to intimidate in the forwards and dominate at the advantage line. I don't believe they'll be able to do that tonight without Robertson ball.
Well, David Cruikshank said I can. Inside he goes to Longbottom. He should score. Right under the post. Great broken play from Cruikshank, and Longbottom had come off his wing to pick up a try right under the dot.
Yes, the Panasonic Cup replay will show this. Watch Cruikshank. Davidson luckily gets the ball away. He was tackled and moving backwards. And Cruikshank's given the ball in broken play here and cuts a swathe through the Penrith defence. Two of them collided there. He's pursued by Connors, but he still gets the pass away to Longbottom, who nobody can catch over a 25-metre sprint. And that is Longbottom showing very good speed without his left boot on, incidentally. We won't reiterate the rules that a player must be clad in all football gear before he can continue to play, but nonetheless, that's the way it is. Here he comes, Cruikshank again, going beautifully right through the middle of the gap. And what gap there wasn't there, he created himself. Longbottom still going without that left boot. And he goes along there beautifully and dives over and makes a very, very good try. That's a real class bit of football.
He picked up a dozen tries in 88. Ellison. Great comeback from Souths. They looked sharp at the start. Penrith picked up the first try, but now it's 6-all. Last couple of minutes, can they shift it quickly? Baker, open right up, he kicked in the end goal, he was knocked over, it'll be a penalty.
No doubt about that, I agree with that totally. We'll see it again on the Panasonic Cup replay. Watch Baker here, goes through, then decides to kick. I don't know really why he kicked. I thought his body's length and strength would have got him there, but he was only about 3 metres away.
One of maybe the dying breed that lays the ball down instead of around the corner. Neil Baker adds the extra 2 points, giving Penrith the lead 8-6.
Davidson has taken play up inside the Penrith half again. Coleman. Well, Davidson standing still when he got that ball. But this fella's not. Blake, the little kick through. Oh, watch the bounce. There's the bounce for Blake. If he falls on, it's a try. It is. Oh, this man's a genius.
Well, that takes me back to 1983 when he played for Manly and scored something like 28 tries in the season. He's an astonishing player, Blake. There's no question about it. He's still got the ability to play highly regarded representative football. But here's Davidson back inside to Blake on the Panasonic Cup replay. The beautiful little kick. The kick again here as the bounce doesn't come up enough. And he seems to have it on a string when he does this kick and chase game. He's got a nice pair of knees in the back there too. I'd just like to check that one out and see who was responsible for it. But now watch Davidson turn here as he's tackled there. At that point, give it to Blake, and Blake sights an opening. Now I go down and train, or I used to when I could run, and watch this guy do his sprint work, and believe me, he does a hell of a lot of short, sharp sprints, and that's the reason he loves scoring tries.
And makes no mistake. So South Sydney move further in front now. It's 12-8. South Sydney in an attempt to breach this South Sydney defence, Bill.
Well, it's something that's, of course, well, it's a good break by Coleman down the centre of the ruck.
Get back in a minute because Longbottom is backing up that break, and I don't think they're going to catch Longbottom. Clements can't make much impression on him, and Longbottom is going to score right in the corner. And he's not real happy about it, is he?
Well, back to the actual theoretical side of this, there was a wide open blind side here. It was really, there were 3 men to Macindow. Macindow was faced with 3 of them. Somebody's not doing his job in the forwards. Little Coleman threw the dummy, got it on the long bottom, and then it just became a sprint. Who's the fastest? Well, I'd back this fella. Ian Maurice claimed he was going to score a try 50 yards out, and I tended to agree with him because there was never a chance of those 2 men that were chasing him catching him. It was a beautifully executed try, but there's somebody in the Penrith side not watching the blind side.
Yes.
Conversion attempt from Ellison, swinging just in front of the goal mouth, so no extras, but South Sydney now lead Penrith by 16 points to 8 here at the Parramatta Stadium.
Field Cup. Hosking. Very, very keen South Sydney side now. A couple of minutes away from half-time. George wants another try. Away it goes for Andrews. Blake on Izzard. The flick back for Maven. Maven looks for Longbottom. Can't handle it. He's been hit very high, and Cartwright is off. A culmination of some real knockout tackles, as we said.
Now watch this and we'll see it. As Maven gets a pass away to Cruikshank, and there's the high tackle from Connors coming in, and from Cartwright, is it?
Cartwright is the man.
Yes, Cartwright's the man. By gee, that was a dangerous tackle. It was an impulse tackle. It happened on the spur of the moment because of the situation. There'd been, he thought, a good pass given to him, and he was going to go. That's the try line there, only a yard in front. I feel a little bit sorry for him, but nonetheless, the edict is no high tackles.
Well, long bottom, I should say. Certainly struggling. Strikes it very well. Never wavered. Right over the black dot. South Sydney say thank you as we go to the halftime break. The siren about to sound. There it is.
And welcome back to the Parramatta Stadium. That's the halftime score. South's 18 leading Penrith 8. A couple of changes, or one change to both sides. Billy Anderson.
Yes, there is a change in either side. Bruce Longbottom has left the field. He's unable to continue, and his place is taken by number 16, Steve O'Day, a former Parramatta junior. And in the Penrith side, Brad Izzard has had to leave the field. Cole Bentley in 14, an experienced player, will take his place.
And a reminder that Penrith are a man short with John Cartwright sent from the field just prior to half-time for what looked to be a high tackle on Bruce Longbottom. Coleman again directing play, showing the ball either way, turning it back inside for Blake. Blake's going to score on his own. Oh, great try. Well, put that down to Blake and Coleman, because Coleman was directing play and knew exactly what he wanted to do, and it worked to perfection.
Coleman was like a copper on point duty here in the Panasonic Cup replay. He ran beautifully, gave it to Blake. Blake's amazing acceleration was sufficient for him to get through the gap. See it again. Now here's Coleman holding the ball, showing the ball, toying with the Penrith defence. Then he sights Blake, who's a known speedster, somebody he would enjoy giving the football to. Look at he did. He tore them apart. And at this point in time, the Penrith side are looking in very, very much in disarray. There's the beautiful pass back inside. Now watch the acceleration. He really goes for it, throws the dummy, avoids the 2 tackles and goes in and plants the ball well and truly in the in-goal area. He's looking at a good score.
And Ellison, about 9 metres in from touch, has been hitting the ball beautifully. Well, watch this one. Touch judges haven't moved. What a great kick from Ellison. Beautiful kick from out near the touchline. And South Sydney now 24 and Penrith 8. Cruikshank back to almost his own quarter line. Colourful underwear. Lyons up to the halfway mark. Lyons, the kick ahead. There's no one in front of him. He only needs a reasonable bounce. Lyons, the little kick ahead again. Dive on it, son. That's a try. Gee, we've seen a fair bit of that tonight, haven't we?
Yes, baby-faced Lyons. He looks like a little boy that they've got off the street. He's such a young-looking little man. But look at the footwork he displays here as he beats two players here, pointless, going down the field. Now we change the camera angle. There was the kick ahead at the critical moment. Two Penrith players colliding in the background there. Now, at this point, he was either going to bend down for it or try to kick it again. So it was a little kick with the inside of the foot. The ball rolled into the in-goal area and over he went. A first-class try. Watch the footwork at the start. Beautiful a little stutter off the left foot, and then a beautiful step again, and then the kick ahead. Really great stuff, classy stuff. He resisted the impulse to bend down to a ball when he was running fast forward. I don't think he'd have had a chance of picking that one up. And he touched it with the inside of the foot. The score's what I consider a real good try, and he's not the least bit happy about it either.
Graham Lyons. And it's there, no problems at all. So South Sydney now move to 30 and Penrith 8.
Simons is there, flicked it back, it was too hard. Harrington will dive on it to end another successful quarter for South Sydney. They lead by 30 points to 8. There's the change being made now. Bronco Jura going out and to fullback. Tugger Coleman, as they call him, tug of war.
Yeah, there is the man, Les Davidson. Ray Coleman giving him great praise. And what about that fella, Phil Blake? Marvellous return to Australia tonight. Now Jura comes up to dummy half. That's enough to Neville, and here's another great break from Roberts. Up the middle, he's put plenty of support too. The pass has gone through about 3 sets of hands, and finally it's Roberts who's going to score. And he deserved that try, Paul Roberts. Played strongly all night, was involved in that from the start.
Yes, the icing on the cake for the South Sydney side. They're really starting to tear holes in this Penrith side now. The pass was beautifully given there by Darryl Neville onto Roberts, who sprinted away. He finds Darren Brown in support. Darren Brown goes well, gets a pass away, back on the outside, and there's Roberts going over. I call him try a match Roberts because he invariably seems to get one in every match I see this fellow, and he's a first-class broken field runner. There's Neville setting up the play. Roberts standing deep, avoids a ridiculously high tackle when a good low tackle would have done the job. Roberts strides away well. Darren Brown supported well. He's a big strapping fella and got the pass back there when the defence was sucked to him. And there's Roberts going in and scoring a try. A very simple try that took a lot of good knowledge to be able to build that play up. It was very well done. And here we've got another easy kick at goal coming up from Mark Ellison.
Yes, Ellison would be very grateful for where the try was scored. No mistake, right between the posts, and the scoreline becoming something of an embarrassment for Penrith now. 36-8, South lead.
Mario catches the disease.
Now, who hasn't had a turn at dropping it? Let's have a look. I think young Lyons has had a trouble-free night tonight. So get it out to Lyons.
Baker with the kick for McIndoe. Very, very quick. He's just about going to win the race. Shoulder to shoulder they were. It's a try to Alan McIndoe. His second of the night.
Well, this shows an astonishing... obviously, there was a communication. There was a job. It was on. Well, he did get a hand to it rather raggedly, but nonetheless, the try's been awarded. McIndoe scored his second try for the night. There's got to be communication between the kicker and the ball chaser in those situations.
Won't have the legs on it. Slight miss kick. And a very big scoreline. 36-12 in favour of the Rabbitohs. Exactly what I'm going to do, says Royce Simmons. Quite a few of them are well and truly in front of the kicker, but they were finishing on very strongly prior to the half-time break. 36-12.
And this is the way they came.